to devote a couple weeks here to specifying the physical part of the practice, paying attention to what's going on with the spine particularly. So last week we were working on holding the spine forward, which we call a forward bend. In yoga, actually, they call it a stretch of the west side of the body, a paschima exercise, because ideally we would be doing our asana practice as the sun rises, the front of the body towards the east. So the stretch of the back is called stretch of the west side of the body. Today we're going to be stretching the east side of the body, the front of the body, opening the front. So this is called spinal extension. It's often called back bending. So this is back bending, this is forward bending. But we should think of it as front opening, really, is what we're doing. And the parts of the front where we particularly need to open are the chest, because the thoracic spine tends to round forward, so the chest can get closed. So we open and lift the chest in these practices. And then we'll also be, we'll stretch the whole torso, but we also will be thinking about stretching the front of the legs. We spend a lot of time with our legs bent if we're sitting. And these muscles here, the hip flexors tend to get very tight and short on people. So we're going to be opening the front of the body and the whole front of the body. We will eventually open the front of the neck and the front of the ankles too. So that's part one of what I want to say to you. Part two is that although I'm going to be focusing on the physical movements that we're making and drawing the attention there, we never only work the body. For example, I was looking this morning at some footage from Gaza, which, as you are aware, is quite disturbing. And there are many places that you can look and find a lot of disturbing things that are going on, a lot of suffering on big, massive global level and then small, personal, intimate levels. So a reaction to suffering is closing in. And sometimes we go inward in a constructive way. It can also, can be protective, but it can also be an indication of depressive. So the perennial question of how do we stay open in the world and also stay present in ourselves is partly addressed by this practice, because we're going to be going in and then coming out, and going in and coming out, which is the first thing we learned how to do. At least the first movement our bodies learned how to do. So, as we're stretching the front of the body today, we're lifting and opening the heart. And then you'll feel there's a need to kind of recover from that and go into a little curled position, which doesn't mean closing the heart, but it means softening across the chest. So, with all of that in mind, we're going to start by lying down. You can use something behind your head if you like. We're going to do the pose called Akanasana, and it's really the action that we first learned how to do in the womb. So it's our most basic, primitive, primal movement. We'll come down onto the back again. You can have something under your head if that's helpful. And we'll bring the knees into the chest. Place one hand gently over each knee. Just soften there for a moment. Relax your face. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, you can close your eyes. Relax your feet and separate them a little bit. So this is the start position. We'll inhale here gently. And with the exhale, slowly pull your knees in towards your chest. And you're going to feel your lower back stretch a little bit. See if you can soften the chest and the shoulders as you do that. And then as you inhale, let the knees move back out to their start position, readjusting the spine. There's a little bit of a curve behind the spine, gently opening the chest. With the exhale, we'll gently pull the knees in towards the chest and feel the lower back lengthen. Feel the abdominals contracting a little bit. Soften the chest. Then with the inhale, rock the knees out away to their start position. Feel the chest opening. This is not really a stretch of the chest, but it does open. Exhale again, pull the knees gently in. As you're doing that, soften your face, your shoulders, relax your feet. And inhale, rock the knees back out to their starting position. We're going to do it 3 more times. With the exhale and pull the knees inward, we're going into a forward bend, spinal flexion, stretching the back of the body. As we inhale, floating the knees away, we're going into a little bit of spinal extension, a slight back bend, opening the front of the body. Let's do that twice more. Exhale, gently lengthen the back of the body, stretch the back of the body as the knees come in. When you're finished, we'll lower the feet down to the floor and take a moment, settling into the practice. So while we're on the yoga mat doing the practice, we want to be here. I know I evoked outside events, which will be going on whether you think about them or not. This hour and 15 minutes is a time to leave that aside and come into what you're doing right now. Feel the body resting on the floor. Be aware of the sensations in the body. Be aware of the movements of the breath. So I called this practice the origin story, that curled in position with the knees into the chest is your origin, your starting point. And then if you move along your development a little bit, you came out of your little curled up ball and learn how to move around a little bit. And the first place we do that is on hands and knees, where we'll come next. And we're going to do 6 repetitions of Chakravakasana, again thinking of opening the front of the body and then stretching the back of the body. So with the inhale, we'll let the breastbone come forward, feel a gentle stretch in the front of the body. As you exhale, pull your tail under, let your elbows bend, bring your hips back towards your heels, feel the length in the back of the body as you move into the child's pose. And then inhale, lift up onto hands and knees again. Feel the length in the front of the body without collapsing your lower back. Think of opening your chest. Exhale, tuck your tail. When you feel that length in the lower spine, relax your neck and shoulders. And inhale as you come forward. Think of opening your chest, pulling the breastbone away from the navel without collapsing your lower back. And back again as you exhale, tuck your tail. Feel the length in the lower back, bend your elbows and move your hips back to your heels. Relax the neck. Inhale, move up onto hands and knees. Pull the chest forward from the so breastbone swing away from your belly button, opening the front. Exhale, tuck your tail under. Feel your lower back stretch. Bend your elbows. Relax the neck so the back of the neck gently stretches. We'll do that twice more. As you come forward, we're inhaling to open the front body. And exhale, tuck your tail. Bend your elbows, move back to stretch the back of the body. Once more. Inhale, forward, Open the chest. Exhale, pull the tail under, bend your arms, move back and stretch the lower back, relax the neck. I'm going to pause here for a moment in the child's pose, relax your breath. So coming into a forward bend of some kind is always going to be the recovery for whatever other pose we've done. Just a good reminder. Whenever we take an action, we also need to come back in. So the next thing that happens developmentally is that we start to come upward. So I'd like you to please come to sit on your heels. And we're going to feel this energy of lifting us up coming into play here as we do Vajrasana. We're going to take the hands behind the back. And as you inhale, take your arms out and up. Stand tall on your knees. Open your chest. Feel your front body stretching a little bit more as your arms come up overhead. And then exhale, bend down, pull your belly button into your spine. Place your hands behind your back. Feel that back body stretching. Again, inhale, lift and open. Pushing up into the standing on the knee position. Stretching the front body. Exhale, bend down, pull the tail under, belly button in. Fold down. Lengthen the back of the body. Again, inhale, lift and open. And exhale, tuck your tail, pull your belly button in, fold down. Feel that stretch in the lower back, relax the upper body. 3 more times. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, pull the belly in, fold down, pulling your tail between your legs, relaxing the neck and shoulders. Again, inhale, lift and open. Exhale. Slowly bend down. Pull your tail under, pull your belly button, and feel your lower back stretch. Last time, come on up on your inhale. And we're not going to bend forward this time. With the exhale, we're just going to simply pull your belly to your spine without folding down and lower the arms. So we finish here standing on the knees. Relax the breath for a moment. So already we've changed the energy. We started in that curled little ball, did a gentle undulation of the spine on the all fours. Now we're getting more lifted. You can start to feel what's happening. Prana energy is flowing. Chest is open, getting ready to come up and move into the standing position, the very human standing position. So take a moment and just gently pull your belly into your spine to support yourself as we get ready to stand up. And then we'll bring one foot forward, if you can. Tuck your toes and push yourself up. Use your hands, of course, as you need to. And then we're going to come into Samastiti, standing position towards the back of the mat. Samastiti, equal standing position. So we have our spine upright here. The curves of the spine are affected by the hips, the position of the hips. If your tail is tucked under too much, you're going to be collapsing in your lower back and your chest probably. But you can also overcompensate and stick your tail out too much. And thrust the chest. So we want to find a position where we're keeping the spine in a relaxed, neutral position with just the right amount of effort, not too much effort to hold ourselves up. We're going to keep exploring the Purvattanasana poses, the stretching the east side of the body, front of the body with Tadasana. Bring your attention down to your feet. Notice the feet. You can actually sway forward and back a little bit. See what it feels like if you put a little bit more weight onto the balls of the feet. And then what it's like to put a little more weight onto the heel of the foot. And see if you can find a place where you're perfectly centered between those two extremes, where you're evenly standing on the front and the back of the foot. And once you've got that sense of being even forward and back, feel the ball of the big toe root down into the floor. Feel the ball of the little toe. And when I say the ball of the toe, I'm speaking about going across the ball of the foot. So the pad underneath the big toe and the pad underneath the little toe, not the actual toes. Those are the points that are reaching down. And then we want, even with those 2 points, the heel reaching down as well. So have a triangle support under each foot. As we do this version of Tadasana, we're going to accentuate the forward bending portion aspect of the pose, and we're actually going to shift the weight onto the balls of the feet as we raise the arms. So we're going to try to stretch the whole body from the ankles just up to the collarbones. Let's keep the gaze looking forward for now. Practice through the nose. Find a spot to comfortably rest your gaze. As you inhale and raise your arms forward and up, we're going to shift the weight onto the balls of the feet and then lift the chest up. So you're really arching your spine. And then as you exhale, reverse that action. Pull your belly button in. Bring the weight back so it's even in the front and the back of the feet as you lower the arms down. Let's do that 5 more times. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Think of lifting your breastbone away from your belly button as you raise your arms, stretching the whole front of the body. And exhale, draw your chin under, pull your belly in, and establish your balance front and back of the feet. Gaze is steady, or it can lift a little bit if that's good for your neck. Lift and open the front of the body. And exhale, pull the belly in. Release the arms. Rebalance your weight. Let's try that 3 more times. Inhale, breathing through the nose. Stretch the front of the body, opening the chest, across the belly, across the front of the thighs. And then pull the belly in and slowly bring your arms down. Just drawing your navel into your spine will give you a little bit of length in your lower back, which should feel good then. Let's do that 2 more. Inhale, shift the weight forward, lift and open and stretch the front of the body. Pull the belly button in and slowly bring the arms down. Reestablish your even balance front and back of the feet. And 1 more time. Inhale, shift the weight to the balls of the feet and then lift up, stretching the front of the body. And exhale, draw the navel in, lower the arms, and reestablish that balance front and back of the feet. And end in Samasthiti. Relax the breath. Notice the sensation. So one sensation you may be noticing when we do all this opening of the front of the body, which, by the way, is not where life takes us very often. That's a pretty unusual position to be in, unless you're purposely putting yourself there. It's not something that your daily life will offer you very often. So the front of the body is often not very stretched out, which is going to have you asking for some length in the back of the body. We're going to do Uttanasana and Uttanasana and Ardha Uttanasana, a forward bend, a full forward bend, and a half forward bend. And I'm going to just introduce a little bit of a way for you to get some feedback. I'd like, if you can, for you to bring yourself with your back to a wall. I'm about 6 inches out from the wall. You might need to be a little farther than that. At the moment, I'm not touching the wall. Sorry, the angle is not ideal, but I'm not touching the wall. I have a little space. When we do the forward bend and the half forward bend, I'm going to try not to let the hips move back, and having the wall there will give you some feedback. If your butt runs into the wall, you know that your hips shifted back. So we're doing a forward bend to stretch the back of the body. Then we're going to come halfway up. And I'd like you to think of, in that halfway position, of opening the front of the body. So let's do it here at the wall a couple times. We have the weight balanced in the front and back of the feet again. This time, no shifting. And especially be careful not to shift back into your heels. As you inhale, we float the arms forward and up. Without allowing your hips to shift back, pull your belly button in. You might need to bend your knees a little bit and fold yourself forward. Feel that nice length in the back of the body, but try not to bump into the wall. Halfway up as you inhale, stretch your arms forward and open your chest. So you're looking down at the floor, but your back is flat. Then we'll go forward again, then down. Feel your lower back stretch, relax your neck and your shoulders. Inhale, take your arms forward, open your chest and come all the way up to the top. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your arms down the front. So if you need to adjust your distance from the wall, go ahead and do that. If you didn't bump the wall, you might go a little farther back. You can't be straight. You can't be absolutely against the wall. There is both some flesh and a little movement that you must have, but it will give you some feedback. So let's try it one more time before we start staying. Inhale, take the arms forward and up. Pull your belly button in and bend down without allowing your hips to shift back. That'll give you a really nice stretch in your lower back. Relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, open your chest. We're going to stretch the arms forward. Keep looking down at the floor. And exhale, fold down. Try not to bump into the wall. And last time, we're going to inhale, open the chest, come all the way up to the top. Exhale, lower your arms down to the front. Now, if you're finding this position by the wall helpful, by all means, stay there. I'm just going to come here so you have a better view. We're going to go and stay for a breath in the halfway uplift and the fold down. We're going to stay for 1 breath, then 2 breaths, then 3 breaths. When we stay, instead of having the arms forward, as we did against the wall, we're going to have the arms behind the back. It's a little less strain for the shoulders. I think you'll be able to get the point of the chest opening a little bit better. So evenly standing on the front and the back of the feet. Gaze fixed, lips gently closed. As you inhale, float your arms forward and up. Feel just the inhale as a gentle stretch of the chest. Without allowing your hips to shift back, pull your belly button in and bend yourself forward. Knees may bend a little bit. As you inhale, lift halfway up. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the hands behind the back, keeping the back nice and flat. We stay. Let's stay in an inhale. Pay attention to your chest. You may feel your upper back working as well. And then as you exhale, fold down. And we're going to relax in the forward bend for a breath. Feeling the stretch of the back of the body. Remember to pull your belly button up into your spine every time you exhale, and we'll lift up as you inhale. Stretch your arms forward without bringing your hips back. We'll open your chest as you come all the way to the top, and exhale, lower your arms down the front. This time, 2 breaths in each of the stay positions. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Maintaining your even stance under your feet. Exhale, pull the belly button up, bend forward. Getting that length in your lower back. Inhale, come halfway up, open your chest, exhale, your hands come behind your back. And let's stay and inhale. Feel the openness of the chest. Be sure your gaze is down, not forward, because we don't want to crunch the back. Let's stay again for a breath. Pull your belly button up into your spine every time you exhale. Last inhale opens the chest. You're going to feel your upper back working. Then with the exhale, we'll fold down. We're going to stay for 2 breaths in the folded down position, which may feel really nice by now. Inhale, feeling the ribs expand. And exhale, draw your navel up into your spine. Relax the upper body. And take another breath. Slowly let the breath come in. Notice the opening in the chest. Exhale, slowly have the breath go out, noticing the stretch in the lower back. Then with the inhale, we'll lift up to the top, still keeping the weight evenly balanced front and back of the feet. And with the exhale, we'll slowly bring the arms down the front. Last time, we'll do our stays for 3 breaths. Inhale, arms float forward and up. Exhale. Fold forward, keeping your weight balanced, front and back of the feet, feeling that length in your lower back. Keep the weight even under the feet as you inhale, come halfway up. Keep the chest open as you exhale. Bring your hands behind your back, and we're starting 3 breaths of stay. Inhale, the chest is open, gaze is down towards the floor. Exhale, belly button up into the spine. It'll help if your lower back is feeling tired. Inhale, elbow open the chest. And exhale, pull the navel to the spine. Inhale, expand the front of the body. Think long along the whole front of the body, from the crown of the head to the tail. With your exhale, and pull the belly to the spine. We have 1 more inhale. Then we're going to use the exhale to fold forward and stay for 3 breaths in the forward bend. Relax your neck. Stay while you inhale, expand the thorax. See if you can feel your chest opening, even in this position. Exhale, pull the belly button up into the spine. Notice your lower back stretching. You may also feel your legs, of course, but emphasizing the lower back stretch. Feeling the length in the front of the body. Exhale, pull the belly button into the spine. And 1 more breath. Expand the chest. Exhale, use the breath to accentuate the lower back. Stretch, and then as you inhale, we'll lift up to the top, keeping the feet underneath you, without shifting your weight behind you. Exhale, slowly bring your arms down the front. And then soften, relax in Samastiti. So a nice, even opening of the front and the back of the body. While you're resting, I wanted to mention one other thing at the beginning of class. Back bending, we need this opening of the chest because of life. Gravity collapses us forward with almost everything that we do. So the aspect of lifting and opening the chest is really an important thing that needs to be incorporated into your daily life. We need to proceed with some caution as we get into the deeper back bends. If you have lower back trouble, if you have stenosis or spondylolisthesis, we don't want to bend the lower back. It can actually be dangerous. So if you have some spinal conditions in the lower back, you're going to really want to pull your tail under and keep your lower back long. However, if you have a disc bulge, then this lower back movement, this extension of the lower spine can actually be really helpful. So ultimately, if you know that you have a condition, you can sort of protect yourself, but listen to your body. And I will give you options as the back bends get deeper, as they're about to do right now. Just watch for a moment. We're about to do Virabhadrasana, which is this pose eventually. So you can see there's pretty deep bend in my lower back there. If you have a stenosis, then you can do the pose without emphasizing that lower back by tilting forward a little bit, getting some length in the lower back, and then you can emphasize the opening of the chest without compressing the lower back. So we can actually modify the poses to serve you. So we're going into Virabhadrasana, the warrior pose. This is the peaceful warrior, the strong, courageous energy, which is not combative. This is not martial. There's nothing martial about yoga. So although this is called the warrior, it's harkening back to a legendary warrior. And what we're gaining here is a sense of being strong and open and forward and able to take action. Let's place the hands on the hips, keeping your pelvis still. We're going to turn the right foot out in socket just a little bit, the right leg out in that socket just a little bit, so you haven't turned your belly button, just your leg. Step forward with the left leg. And then root yourself down into both feet with that right hip pulled forward. So already here, if you feel too much compression in your lower back, You pull your belly button in and you just tilt forward a little bit, and that's going to be the position from which you move, where you can open your chest without overarching your lower back. So find a comfortable position to start from, and let your main attention as we bend the back be on opening the chest. We're going to go into Virabhadrasana and stay 1, then 2, then 3 breaths. Up to you how your neck is feeling, how much you want to add cervical extension, opening the front of the throat, or not. You don't have to do it at all, or you can do it a little bit, or as much as feels comfortable. Breathing gently through the nose. We're going to inhale, float the arms forward and up, bend the front knee, lift and open the chest. So adjust the pose in your lower back and neck as it feels comfortable as you breathe out. And then breathe in and lift the chest a little bit more. Think of lifting your ribs off your waist. Then with your exhale, pull the belly button in, lower the arms, straighten the leg, let the chin drop down if it was lifted. And then take a relaxed breath. Settle into your feet. And we'll go for 2 breaths. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up as you bend the front knee. If you're feeling stretch in your chest, also notice the front of your right thigh and hip. Stay here for 2 breaths. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Inhale, expand your chest. Lift the breastbone away from the belly button. Stay again when you exhale. Pull the navel to the spine. Maybe if you reach down through your right heel a little more, you can feel right thigh stretching. After you've inhaled, we'll exhale and lower down. And take a relaxed breath. We'll do that one more time. Steady on your feet. Check that your lower back is starting from a comfortable position. Inhale. Lift your arms forward and up as you bend the front knee. Lift and open the chest. You can lift the chin if it feels good. Exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. Draw that right hip forward. Root down through your right heel. Stay again with your inhale. Think of expanding the chest with the breath. Exhale, pull the belly to the spine. And inhale, lift and open. Feel the stretch in the whole right front side of the body. One more breath. And then as you're ready to exhale, lower your arms, straighten your leg. Drop the chin down if it was lifted. Relax the breath. And then we'll step the left foot back to join the right. Align the feet, come into Samastiti. Even weight on each foot. Let the breath relax for a moment. Establish a centered, balanced position. Even though we've just done this asymmetrical pose and you probably feel the body not even at the moment, relax into the center line of the body. Soften the breath. Be present and notice, in addition to the physical sensations that you're feeling, there's some energetic response. You might feel the heart beating a little bit. Okay, we're going to take the other side. Place the hands on the hips. Keep the hips still as you externally rotate the left leg in the socket. Turn out just a little bit. When you do that movement, it shouldn't alter the position of the pelvis. We'll step forward with the right leg. You can take the right foot a little bit wider if that will help you to be balanced. Draw your left hip forward, anchor through your left heel. Now feel your lower back. If it feels really tight as you get started, pull your belly button in and lengthen your back a little bit. Totally legitimate to start in a little bit of a lengthened position, and then you can focus on opening your chest without compressing your lower back. Inhale, bend your front knee. Raise your arms forward and up. Let the breastbone rise up. Lift the chin if it's comfortable. Stay here while you exhale, pulling your navel to your spine. And then while you inhale, lifting and opening the chest, feeling that stretch in the chest. And as you exhale, lower your arms, straighten your leg. Let your chin drop down. If it was lifted, relax your shoulders. Notice your feet as you stay for a relaxed breath. And we'll go again. Staying rooted through the feet. Inhale, stretch forward and up with the arms as you bend the front knee. Make sure your back leg is anchored. That's going to help give that stretch. So when you exhale, pull the belly in. And inhale, lift and open the chest. Again, exhale. See if you can notice the stretch in your front left thigh. And inhale, lift the breastbone away from the belly button. And as you exhale, slowly lower the arms and straighten the leg. Connect to your feet as you take a relaxed breath. And one more time, 3 breaths. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up as you bend the front knee. Feel the sternum begin to rise. Stay while you exhale, adjust the head. You don't have to do the same thing with the head every time, so make sure your neck is comfortable. Inhale and open the chest. Exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. You may need to draw your left hip back a little bit. And expand the chest again with your inhale. Feel the stretch of the front of the body. One more breath. And then use an exhale to lower your arms, straighten your leg. Relax the breath. And as you're ready, step the right foot back to join the left. Reestablish your Samasthiti, equal standing position. Settle into this balanced, relaxed, and steady position. And notice where you're feeling sensation. I had my head back quite a bit, which felt nice, but now I can definitely feel compression at the back of the neck. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be looking for when I do the counter pose, to get some length there. If you have compression feeling in the lower back, make sure that you're getting a lot of length into the lower back as we do the next pose, which is the half squat, Ardha Utkatasana. And again, we're alternately stretching the back of the body and then opening the front of the body. As you inhale, lift your arms forward and down. Feel the long line down the whole front of the body. Long and open. As you exhale, pull your tail between your legs, bend your knees and fold down. You place the hands on your knees or all the way down on the floor. Find that stretch where you need it in the back of the body. And then inhale, so take your arms up, open your chest, straighten your legs, stand up. And exhale, bring your arms slowly down the front. Pull your belly button into your spine, so even though you're not bending forward, you're getting a little bit of a length in the lower back. Again, inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Feel the stretch, the length, the opening coming into the front body. And with the exhale, tuck your tail, bend your knees and fold down. Feel that length along the spine, lower back, neck, your stretch. Inhale, lift the arms, open the chest. Straighten yourself up, stand tall, pull the navel into the spine, and lower your arms down the front. Again, inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, navel to spine as you bend the knees and fold down. And inhale, float up to the top. Exhale, pull the belly in as you lower the arms. So you might not have even noticed how tight your back, your lower back and neck were until you started stretching. So that's 3 more times. Inhale, raise the arms, feel the length in the front of the body. Pull the belly button in, bend the knees and fold down. Relaxing, draping the whole torso forward. Then inhale, opening the chest. Push through your feet. Use those strong back leg muscles to get you up. Exhale, slowly, arms come down the front. 2 more times. Move in time with your own long, smooth breath. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold down. Lengthen the lower back and the back of the neck. Inhale, lift and open. And lower the arms as you exhale. Keep drawing the belly to the spine with every out breath. Last time. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, bend the knees. body. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale, draw the belly to the spine as you lower the arms down the front. And then relax and observe. Hopefully feeling a good sense of balance between the front and back of the body. Not too tight. For me, my neck definitely feels a lot better now after getting that length in there. So hopefully you're having some similar experience. Okay, we're going to come down to lie on the back again. If your lower back still feels tight, feel free to bring your knees to your chest for a moment. As you come down into the lying down position. When your back is ready for it, you're going to bring your feet down. We'll settle into the bent knee position for a moment. We're about to move into Dvipadipedam, which I think is my favorite back bending position, my favorite front stretching position, because it really does a great job of opening the chest and opening the front of the thighs. It does require your hamstrings to work, so if you're not accustomed to doing the pelvic lift, you might get a cramp in the hamstring. If so, just come on down and you might need to stretch your leg a little bit. My experience in watching people doing this over the last 25 years is the more you do it, the more quickly that weakness in the hamstrings disappears. So it's a great daily practice. We're going to go up and say 1, then 2, then 3 breaths. If the staying is too long, if your hamstrings do cramp, then go up and down 6 times instead. That's fine. For this pose, we don't want anything behind the back of the head because it's going to be too much stretch for the back of the neck. With the head down, we're going to get a nice length in the back of the neck. But with the pillow, it's going to be too much. So nothing behind your head for this pose. Standing well on your 2 feet, having your knees in line with your sit bones. So if you look up at your legs, the knees should be pointing straight up, not going in or out. We want the legs as wide apart as the hip sockets, which you could figure out by feeling where your sit bones are and imagining your sit bones going straight down to your feet. But not too wide, not too narrow, and we maintain that relationship the whole time. I'm going to be lifting and lowering the arms. If that's too much, you can keep your arms down to your sides. Feel your feet against the floor. Lips gently closed. You can do this with your eyes closed if it's comfortable for you to do that. As you inhale, press into your feet. Raise your hips and stretch your arms up and back to the floor behind you. You feel that length in the back of the neck. We want to stay. Exhale, push into your feet and feel the length in the front thighs. And stay here and inhale so you can feel the expansion of the chest. Almost like you're trying to breathe your breastbone up to touch your chin. And then as you exhale, lower your arms. Bring yourself slowly down through the spine. If it's appropriate for you, you can roll through the whole lower back, giving it a little stretch. And let's pause and take a relaxed breath. And again, and stay for 2 breaths. And if it's better to you move up and down 2 times, that's also fine. Steady on your feet as you inhale and lift up. Stretch up and back. Feeling that length coming into the front body. We'll stay and exhale. Stay nice and strong through your feet, even on the inside and the outside of the foot. Stay and inhale. Breathe into the chest. Let the chest rise up towards the chin. We'll stay again. Exhale. Strong through the feet. Feel that length in your front thighs. So you can lift your butt up a little higher. Inhale. Expand the chest. And then lower yourself down, slowly rolling through the spine to give yourself a massage along the length of the spine on the way down. And then relax and take a relaxed breath. And do that one more time. Steady on the feet, up for 3 or up and down 3 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stay and press into the feet. Open the front of the thighs. And breathe fully into the front of the chest as you expand the front body with the in-breath. Exhale, strong in the lower body. Feel the belly button to the spine. Feel that stretch in your front thighs. And inhale, expand your chest. Feel the stretch in your armpits. One more breath. And then as you exhale, slowly come down. Relax the breath. We'll bring the knees into the chest. Gently place one hand over the top of each knee. Relax the feet. Soften your shoulders. Take an inhale here. Feel the breastbone gently expand. And exhale, pull the thighs in close to the belly, stretching the lower back. Inhale. Let your knees float back out to where they started. Gently expand the chest as the breath comes in. And exhale, pull the thighs in close to the belly. Feeling your lower back stretch. Relax your face and your feet. And with the inhale, float the knees back out to where they started. Expanding the chest gently with the breath. Again, exhale, pull. And knees moving back out to where they started. 3 more times on your own. Observe the movement of the spine. Feeling the back go flat as you pull the knees in. And then take its little natural arch as you move the knees away. When you're ready, bring your feet down, and if it's comfortable, we're going to stretch the legs all the way out. Your arms come down at your sides with your palms up. Separate the legs a little bit. Mini relaxation here. Noticing that the front of the body is extended. Lower back is in its natural curve and a little bit beyond it, so a little more arching the lower back than when you had your knees bent. Feel this length in the front of the body. If you have any tightness in the lower back, you might press the back down to the mat and then release it. We're going to prepare to turn over onto the belly and do a couple front openers from that long position. If you have lower back issues, you're going to really concentrate on keeping your tail pulled between your legs so you don't compress the lower spine. So let's move over onto the belly. We'll have the hands underneath the forehead. So your elbows are out wide and you're making a little pillow under the head with the forehead resting on the hands. and your legs are straight out behind you. Depending on what's going on in your body, you might feel like your ankles are really dropped out to the side and the toes are in, and you may or may not be able to bring that more into alignment. If you're getting a cramp in your foot, take a folded up towel or yoga mat or a bolster or something underneath the ankles, which will allow you to have the length there without a cramp. So please adjust so that the feet are as comfortable as they can be. And if you can not have the heels going out, then please have the toes pointing straight out in front of you instead of pigeon toeing. So long front body already is in place here. We're going to keep the arms down. Start with the legs down. We will add a leg lift, but we're going to start with the legs staying down. Breathing in through the nose. Float your chest and your head up, keeping your arms down. And as you exhale, lift the left leg just a little bit. Open up that front thigh. With the inhale, stretch your foot away from you as you lower the thigh back down. And then as you exhale, lift the right leg. Keep your pelvis even as you bring it up. And as you inhale, stretch your foot away from you as you lower it down. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your forehead down to the mat. So you probably feel some compression or tightness, engagement in your lower back. If it's too much, tuck your tail under, pull your ribs together, and see if that helps. We're going to do that same thing again, except start with the right leg. So let's start by exhaling and pulling the belly button up into the spine, giving the lower back some protection. Keep your arms down as you inhale, raise your chest and your head. It doesn't have to be too high. Then as you exhale, we're going to lift that right leg up. Pull your tail between your legs. That will protect your lower back. And inhale, stretch your right foot away from your head as you lower it down. Raise your breastbone a little more forward. Exhale, lift the left leg. Feeling the work in the back of the body, stretching that front thigh. And inhale, stretch your foot away from you. Reach your breastbone forward. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your forehead back down to the mat and let everything relax. We're going to do a similar activity, except we're going to bend the knee to get a little bit more sense of that lengthening of the front body, lengthening the front thigh as well. So let's start by exhaling and pulling the tail between the legs to get some length in the lower back. With the inhale, we'll float the chest and the head up. We're keeping the elbows down. This time as you exhale, you're going to lift and bend your left leg, so bend the knee. And then as you inhale, stretch your foot and your breastbone away from each other. And as you exhale, slowly lower your foot down. As you inhale, feel your chest move forward. And then with your exhale, we're going to raise the right leg and bend it. And with the inhale, stretch your right leg away from you, stretching your foot and your head and your breastbone away from each other. As you exhale, lower the foot down. And as you inhale, lift your breastbone a little higher. And then exhale, lower your forehead down to the floor, your hands. And relax. I'm going to do that same thing one more time, except start with the right leg. We'll start with the forehead down, exhaling, pulling the tail between the legs to get some length in the lower back. Inhale, raise the chest and the head, keep your elbows down on the floor. Starting with the right leg this time, we're going to exhale, lift the leg, bend the knee. Stretching your front thigh. As you inhale, straighten your leg out and reach your chest and your foot away from each other. And then as you exhale, lower the foot down. Pull your belly button up into your spine. Stay here and inhale. Draw your breastbone forward away from your navel. And as you exhale, the left leg is going to lift and bend. And inhale, stretch your foot and your chest away from each other. Exhale, lower the leg down. And with the inhale, draw the breastbone forward. And exhale, lower your forehead down to the floor with your hands and relax everything. So a nice long stretch to the whole body, preparing us for upward facing dog. But first, let's just compensate the back a little bit. Come back up onto all fours. Returning to Chakravakasana. As you inhale, feel your chest expand. And as you exhale, tuck your tail under. Might need that stretch in the lower back now. Bend your elbows, bring your hips back towards your heels. Relax your neck and shoulders. So your choice, you can either stay back and breathe or move forward and back. If you're going to come back up, open the chest with the breath and pull your tail between your legs as you exhale and move back. With that stretch in the lower back, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale if you like, come forward and open the chest, or you can stay back in the child's pose if that feels better. Tuck your tail and move your hips back towards your heels. So do 3 more breaths. You can either move forward and back or stay in the child's pose, whichever suits you. Keep feeling the expansion of the front body on the inhale and the length of the back body as you exhale. Now please come to sit on your heels. If sitting on the heels does not work for your knees or your hips, you'll be standing on the knees. We're going to move through a vinyasa that has an upward dog in it, which is a big front body stretch, but it's also a pretty big compression of the lumbar spine, extension of the lumbar. So if that doesn't work for you, or if you have a spondylot or a stenosis, don't do it, please. You can just come onto all fours and open the chest. Perfectly legitimate way to open the front of the body without hurting yourself. With the inhale, float the arms forward and up. Open your chest, lengthen the front of the body. With the exhale, bend down, feel that length in the lower back and the back of the neck, which might feel good. Extend your arms fully forward, push into your hands and slide your torso forward as you drop your hips down. Raise your chest up. Think of pulling your navel and your breastbone away from each other. Then exhale, bring them back towards each other as you bring your hips to your heels. And as you inhale, stand tall on the knees and open the chest. And exhale, lower the arms, and if you're going to sit down, then do. So I'm going to do that 5 more times. This time I'm going to not go to the up dog, but show you the version with the Chakravakasana. Please take care of yourself. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Find the lift and lengthening in the front body. With the exhale, fold down. Hands are on the floor. You're going to bring your arms fully extended and then inhale either to up dog or if you're coming up to the hands and knees, just rise to hands and knees. Lift your chest without collapsing your back. And then everybody, tuck your tail under, bring your hips back towards your heels, relax your arms, and then inhale, stand tall on the knees and open the chest. And exhale, lower the arms and sit down, optional. So another option here, if you're feeling strong and you're liking the feeling of the up dog, is you can stay for a breath. Inhale, raise the arms, open the front body. And exhale, fold down. Arms are fully extended in front of you. Inhale, slide into the up dog. I'm going to stay for a breath just so I can give you some options. As you exhale, pull your belly to your spine, not options, but details. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, lift your chest. Make sure that your shoulders are not around your ears. And then use an exhale, bring your hips back toward your heels. Stretch the lower back. And inhale, stand tall on the knees. And open the chest. And exhale, lower down. So again, if the up dog is not for you today, stay on or any day. Just stay on the all fours and open the chest. We'll do that 1 or 2 more times depending on what is working for you. Inhale, lift and open. I'm going to give you another chance to stay in the up dog with the details if that's working for you. So fold down on your exhale, extend the arms. Make sure you push into the floor with your hands. As you slide forward, drop your hips, push the floor away. Lift your chest away from your belly button. It's better to really get your chest as high off the floor as you can and pull your shoulders down your back. After you've had a breath, bring your hips back to your heels. And inhale, stand tall and open the front of the body. Exhale, arms down. One last time. And if you're ready to be done, stay in child's pose. Inhale, raise the arms and lift it, open the chest. And exhale, fold down. Extend the arms fully. And then slide into the up dog. Your hips go down as your chest goes up. Push the floor away with your hands. Lift the chin only as much as it's comfortable. Pull the belly to the spine as you push the floor away with your hands. Now feel the front of the body stretching as your main sensation. When you're ready to come out, exhale, bring your hips to your heels. And then we'll stay curled into the ball. Relax the breath. And then come over onto your back. So we'll finish where we began with Apanasana. And coming onto the back with the knees hugged into the chest. It's fine to use support under your head here. If your neck feels any strain at all, try putting a little pillow or towel under your head. Have the little bit of curve behind the neck without having it be exaggerated. And one hand resting gently on the knee, separate the feet, relax them, soften your shoulders, soften your face if you can, close your eyes. And then using an exhale, we'll gently pull the thighs in close to the belly and feel your lower back stretch. Feel the chest expand as you move the knees back out to their starting position. And exhale, pull the belly in, gently rock the thighs in towards the chest. Move the lower back and lengthen. And pause a moment here. And then inhale. Feel the chest expand as you move the knees back out to the starting position. Pull belly to spine, pull knees to chest. And curling into a small shape with the lower back pressed into the floor. Inhale, letting the chest gently open as the knees move out. Belly will soften and expand. And do that 3 more times. Follow your own slow breath. And as you're ready, moving the feet down. You got a little bit of a curve in the back, nothing too extreme. Hopefully that position feels comfortable. As you go out into the full straight leg position, notice the change in the lower back. If it's too tight, if you feel like you're getting too much compression in your lower back, please get a cushion or a bolster or a rolled up towel underneath your knees, and that will take some of that stress out of the back. We just bended the back a lot, so be sure that you're comfortable as you relax. Support behind the knees if you feel pain in the back. Equally, You want to make sure that the neck is comfortable. So feel free to place some support behind the back of the head, or you could use a towel roll behind the neck if you like that. Get yourself nice and warm. Stretch out. Allow the breath to relax, flow in and out at its own pace. Be present to what's happening in the body right now. If the mind wanders, you just gently bring it back to observing the breath and observing the body. Eyes are closed, face is soft. Check that your upper back is open. Find that open position by turning your palms up and moving your hands out a little bit away from the mat. So we have length and openness now in both the front and the back of the body. And the breath flows at its own pace into this relaxed shape of the body. Notice the length at the back of the body and the length at the front of the body. Slowly move your fingers and your toes. And we'll slowly extend the arms up overhead. Reaching your fingers and your toes far away from each other. A lot of length in the front of the body now. Use an exhale to gently press your lower back down and feel how that changes the position, the location of the leg to get more length in the front of your thighs now. Then relax that. And slowly bring knees into the chest. Let yourself curl into that little ball again. And then when you're ready, we're going to turn to the right side, keeping the knees hugged into the chest for a moment. And then using your right hand, gently push yourself up and come into a seated position. You may sit up with the support of a cushion or sit at the edge of a chair. Please sit on whatever surface allows you to have your sit bones even and well rooted, so we're not collapsing behind the sit bones, and neither are your hips or knees uncomfortable. Chair is a perfectly legitimate choice here. If you're on the chair, get the soles of the feet down. Don't lean into the back of the chair, but sit forward a little bit. And whatever support you're giving to yourself, what we want to find is the sit bones rooting down and the spine lifting up so the chest is open and we have space to breathe. Just doing a short pranayama, a slight exaggeration of the back bend and the forward bend, so the stretch of the back and the opening of the chest with a little bit of a pause. Please close your eyes and gently close your lips. Slight constriction in the vocal cords as though you're whispering but the lips will be closed. This is Ujjayi breath. So the breath comes in through the nose. Concentrate on your chest. Lift your breastbone up away from your belly button. You can even arch the back a little bit. Pause for a moment like that. And then with your exhale, I'm going to pull your belly button to your spine, soften your shoulders, bring some length into your lower back, and you can even tuck your tail under just a little bit. Try to accentuate that lower back curve, stretch. Pause with the breath out. And then again, inhale. And raise the breastbone, root just a little bit. A slight exaggeration of the spinal curve. Pause and then pull the belly button in, soften the shoulders, slightly lengthen the lower back, gently undulating through the spine. Pause with the breath out. Let's extend the pause a little bit. Inhale, breathe into the chest, lift the breastbone, going into a slight thoracic extension, opening the chest. Exhale, pull the belly button into the spine. Pull your tail slightly under, going to a little bit of lumbar flexion, stretching the lower back. Pause with the breath out. Inhale, lift and open the chest. Let's pause for 4 seconds. Then exhale, pull the belly in and the tail under, lengthening the lower back, relaxing the neck and shoulders, and pause with the breath out for 4. Again. Breathe in and open the chest. Gently lift the breastbone. Pause for 4. And exhale, pull the belly in, tuck the tail under, relax the neck and shoulders. Pause for 4 with the breath out. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, gentle stretch in the front body. Pause for 4. Exhale, subtle stretch in the back body. Pause with the breath out for 4. One more time. Inhale, gently lengthen the front of the body. Pause for 4. Exhale, gently lengthen the back of the body. Pause for 4. And relax your breath. Allow your spine to just stack in its most comfortable natural position upon the support of the sit bones, feeling the crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Relax the breath. Take a moment to feel the effects of the posture. Yoga is an endless exploration of finding balance. Sthira sukha means steady and easeful. We can also think of open in the front, lengthened in the back. We could also think of contentment versus activity, moving in and moving out. So hopefully this reminder of our most basic position, the curl of knees into the chest, and then the gentle undulations of the spine, is a good reminder on a cellular level and a good reminder on a more conscious level about how you can take care of yourself. The activities that we do with the body don't just stop, the effect doesn't just stop at the body, it permeates through all of the levels of our being. So if we need to take care of ourselves on a mental level or an emotional level, a way in is the careful movement of the body that can either lift energy or contain energy or focus energy, focus attention, and perhaps you feel after that practice of forward and bending back that hopefully you feel awake and alert and ready, but also not agitated. Slowly prepare to come into your day. Open your eyes. The those of key on the subject of the different parts of ourselves interacting. I'm offering a class, a 6-week class on the five bodies, the physical body, the energetic body, the body, the wisdom body, and the bliss body, getting more and more subtle. All of these aspects of ourself are contained within this physical container, and they all affect each other all the time. So what we do on the physical level affects our mental level. What we do on the energetic level affects the physical body, etc. So if you're interested in that, that's starting February 12th. It's on Zoom. So thank you very much. Let me know if you're interested in that.